What's going on, guys? What's going on, my friends? It is 7:39 p.m. in Florida. Yeah, I just want to make sure I posted this on Instagram. There we go. Just wanted to make sure I was posting going live on Instagram, which I never do. I always look at like Star Wars or Battlefront updates rather is really good at always notifying people when he's going live. I am horrible at it. The only place I ever toss it up is on Twitter, and I just never think to do a Instagram story. So, all right, I'm gonna start doing that from now on. Not that you guys give a shit. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. Siege Brick Studios, Clorzio, David Hernandez 93, Matthew Snow, Anarchist Entertainment, Everything Star Wars, Siege Brick Studios once again, Mark M, Mad Dog Productions. What's up, Mad Dog? Drogon Targaryen. Right? Is that how you say that? I think so. James Does, Will Thompson, Fighter Brony, Mr. Zach 7. What's up, Moth Meta? All right, yeah, welcome to the Wednesday night stream. I actually just got done shooting a little dumb video in my car just like 15 minutes ago. And so the reason I shot a video in my car is I'm going to see how this works. The thing that I shot, I'm going to loop. I'm going to loop over and over again, and I'm going to use it for live streams. Don't really know how to explain it. Don't really know if it's going to work. It's basically going to be a visual overlay that's much different than the one that you're looking at right now. It's going to be a little more like just laid back and just kind of like, this layout is kind of for my video gaming streams. The one that I'm going to be making hopefully tonight, finalizing tonight. Will be for more of like my lounging videos, my streams. But yeah, dude, great video you made. Wonderful reflection. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I decided to make that video yesterday. I just kind of like hit play on that my first video, and I started talking to the microphone. That's why it's so scatterbrained. I think I was like reflecting a lot more in my brain than I was talking. I was having like a really hard time talking about that first video, but that's crazy. Yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed that. I really enjoyed watching that and talking about it, because it's been a long time since I've seen that. And it's just like humble roots, The channel was a lot different back then, for sure. Both in, I guess, technicality and, well, yeah. Well, what's up, Garrett? Good to see you, man. Long time no see is absolutely true. I've been wondering for years now what happened to the old Greedo mask, Mr. Zach. The original Greedo mask. Well, am I going to be able to find an extraction game tonight? Oh, I hope so. The old Greedo mask, if you saw it in that first video and my first couple videos, was so deteriorated from being in like a hot Florida attic for years, and it just, I don't know what happened to it. It just like got so dried out that it started to crumble. And then it started to turn into almost like glue. Like it started to just like lump up into a mass of glue, as if it was just sitting over a stove for years. But I don't know. It was weird, man. But yeah, eventually just completely fell apart. There's still remnants of it in my garage that like I had it kind of hanging on a hook for a while because it was unwearable. It was just a blob. So and then it started dripping. Yeah, the mask started dripping on my garage floor. So there's still like sticky pockets around my garage that will never come up. I have tried scraping them with like a saw. I've tried alcohol, like rubbing alcohol and goof off. It's just weird, man. It's kind of funny. But actually, my buddy Thaddeus from the UK, him and his wife came and stayed with me and my wife a couple of years back. And as like a thank you from him, he actually bought me a new Greedo mask. It's hard to believe. So I do have a new Greedo mask, and I kind of regret not wearing that mask in today's video. But yeah, maybe next time. It's kind of, well, the mask that he got me isn't technically new. It's the original Dawn Post. I think it was made in 1997, Dawn Post mask. But yeah, kind of crazy. No, I have not seen. What's up, Beck? Did you see the No Man's Sky next trailer, HG? No. Somebody tweeted that to me yesterday, or maybe it was this morning. I'm not too sure. Nope, I haven't seen it yet. I'm assuming that's a free. Is that a free update? I think. I don't know. But no, I'll check it out. Is it everything the game should have been at launch or was promised at launch? Yeah. Hey man, thanks for answering my questions about university, college, etc. Some months back, got into university I wanted to start at today. Oh, badass, man. So thanks, really appreciate it. Fingerino, thank you, or congratulations rather. That's a big step. Everybody say congratulations. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. All these little milestones that lead into big milestones. Love it. Yes, it's a free update. Any future updates will be free. Nice. Good to hear. Sam Austin. Hey, HG. Greedo. Big love from UK. Sorry I haven't been around as much recently for streams. I'm going to improve. No, never apologize for not watching a stream, man. These things are just for fun, right? We're just hanging out and shooting the shit. I apologize for... Well, you know, I've done a pretty good job within the past, like, week or two, right? Like, there were a couple weeks there where I didn't stream and I uploaded, like, 2 videos. And that was when my wife went back to work, and I was trying to, like, figure out the best way to work on videos when my wife was at work, and my daughter was taking naps during the day, and I was working on other stuff. I was just like, man, when am I going to have the fucking time to make these videos? But now I've kind of gotten into a good routine. I work on them at night, and then I write some scripts while she's napping during the day.
Open mouth smile.
Open mouth smile. Fingerino, thank you so much for the first super chat and channel support of this live stream this Wednesday night. Little hangout, shoot the shit live stream. I greatly appreciate that, man. Oh, damn it. And once again, congratulations on getting to where you're getting. Big things ahead for you. I'm ready to go. But I appreciate that channel support, man. Do not monetize your videos. What? Why? Are you ever gonna do Movie Mondays again, Mason Cook? I'm sure eventually I'll do a Movie Monday, yeah. It's just, the reason I stopped doing it is because I felt like, well, there was one day where I was making a Movie Monday video and then some Star Wars news came out. And I stopped making the Movie Monday video to make a video about the Star Wars news. And then I didn't end up making the Movie Monday video that day. And I was like, you know what? This is going to happen in the future. I don't want to promise certain types of videos, you know what I mean? On certain days. I don't want to like hamstring myself, back myself into a corner, you know? I don't know. But yeah, I'll never say never. Where can I find the YouTube music you mentioned about, Moth? If you go to your creator dashboard, is that what it's called? Creator Studio, creator dashboard. Man, I'm not doing good. I'm not doing good this game. Yeah, if you go to your creator dashboard, or I'm not too sure exactly what it's called. I think it's all the way at the bottom. The last tab on the left is called Create, I think. If you go to Create, there is a list of music there. That you're able to use, and you know, me saying this right now, I am not too sure if there's any prerequisites to you being able to use that music. Yeah, I don't know if you need to have a like a certain subscription level or whatnot, but hopefully not. That'd be really dumb. You know, you have this music that should be free for everybody to use, and you put it behind the yeah, might not even be true. Yeah, definitely use it. I'm glad you're posting more. Have you got more of a schedule down with a baby in mind? Mad Dog Productions. Yes. So, yeah, this kind of figuring it out as I go. But so like during the day, she'll nap like maybe for 30 minutes 3 times a day. So it's like, you know, an hour and a half I'll have total, and that's when I usually will take the time to write a script. Or hash out an idea for a video that I have, you know. And then at night, I'll usually or then I'll try to record the audio while she's awake, you know? Like, she'll wake up from a nap super groggy, and then I'll try to record some audio while she's, like, not fussy and she's kind of cooperative. And then at night, I'll edit the audio and I'll edit the video together. And then the next morning at, like, 6 in the morning, when my wife is feeding her, I'll hop in front of the green screen. It's pretty chaotic. The schedule to actually make one video is pretty chaotic compared to what it used to be. I mean, it used to be I would just sit at my computer for 8 hours a day, busting out videos non-stop, boom, 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 and now it's like just spaced out all over the place, yeah. But kind of lucky my parents live super close to me, and my mom doesn't work on Wednesdays. So she's actually coming over and hanging out with her granddaughter on Wednesdays, and which allows me to kind of focus more time on making videos. It's kind of neat. Big help, big help.
I'm ready to go.
Oh, man. What's the music at the beginning of the stream? Anarchist Entertainment. That's some of the free YouTube stuff. I'm trying to think what that song was called. It was called, like, Strange Things. I think it's called Strange Things. I'll look at it. Let me see. That particular song is called Strange Stuff by Matt Harris. Strange Stuff by Matt Harris. And you can find it in the YouTube, like, creators free music to use for your videos. I usually, change up the beginning, the intro music. I try to every stream, but sometimes, like, one song just kind of becomes the weak song, you know, and I usually try to do songs that are like 2 minutes or under, just so the introduction isn't too long, you know, doesn't scare people off, but yeah. What's up, Psychotic? Did you like my comic? I'm working on page 2 now. It's called Dealing. Nice. Yeah, I'm curious where it's going to go with Jeffrey and the sword.
Always. While I like Battlefront 2 more than the first game, I miss the weapon selection from the first game. Hope more weapons come in future updates.
Avenging Archangel, thank you so much for the super chat and the channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. I don't know why the stream boss hit points aren't going down. You were the stream boss last stream, and I do not know why you're not. Oh, do you give yourself hit points?
Expect a rebel push to take back the Horder.
Is that how that works, Avenging? So, Fingerino probably took you down in hit points, right? With the stream boss thing. And then you were already the stream boss, and then you donated, and did you give yourself more hit points? I'm curious if that's how it works. If that's the case, that's badass. That's pretty cool. But Avenging Archangel, while I like Battlefront 2 more than the first game, I missed the weapon selection from the first game. Hope more weapons come in future updates. That seems to be a lot of people's big gripe with this game. Each class has 4 weapons, I believe. 4, I think? Yeah. Which seems a little, in the grand scheme of Star Wars weapons, it seems a little wonky, right? To have 4 weapons. And I don't think every single, a stormtroopers can't. I don't think every single class basically shouldn't be able to, like, locked out from other classes' weapons. I think. Oh, one second.
Greedo, I'm mobbing for the first time to Djibouti in October. Any advice? Semper Fortis.
Thornton Wager, thank you so much for the super chat and the channel support, man. Give me 1 sec. Yeah, I don't see any reason that, like, certain weapons should be locked away from certain classes. You know what I mean? I think it should just be an absolute free-for-all. But, to tell you the truth, Avenging, the weapon selection is something that has never bothered me in this game, because when it comes to stuff like that in any game, not just Battlefront, but any game, I find that I tend to kind of stick with one type of weapon. And I usually make the first selection the first time I ever play the game. You know, I'll try everything out once, and then I'll just stick to something. I'm pretty boring when it comes to that stuff, man. Like, when it comes to weapon customization and stuff like that, I just usually go with the most basic-ass rifle in any game, you know. Oh, one sec. I'm kind of behind enemy lines right now. Come on, stupid. Boom. But yeah, avenging for whatever reason, man. That's something that's never really been that important to me. I don't know. It's weird, right? I definitely prefer this game from the Battlefront 2015 game, but I definitely my favorite game mode comes from Battlefront 2015. I like cargo. Cargo is my favorite mode in either of these games, you know. Thornton Wager, thank you so much for the super chat and the channel support. Mobbing? Or moving? Did you mean moving? Wait, let me see. Mobbing. Is that a word? Urban Dictionary. No. Hold on. Moving, I'm assuming, right? Thornton Wager, God, give me one sec, man. Oh, deploying. Oh, deploying. Nice. One sec, man. Nick the Geek, thank you so much for becoming the latest fleet member. I greatly appreciate that support, man. That sponsorship. Yeah, so I think you already know this, but you get a Discord role in the HelloGreedo Discord server. But yeah, man, thank you so much for becoming the latest fleet member in the HelloGreedo YouTube arsenal.
Apologies if you've already talked about it, but I'm just curious about your thoughts of Billy D coming back 4X.
Oh, Adrian Avalar, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Give me one sec. Let me catch up here.
Always.
Deploying.
Nice. Can everybody do me a favor and say, welcome to the fleet, Nick the Geek. Kind of rhymes in a forced rhyme kind of way. But I appreciate it, man. Who is next? I'll do them in the robot order. How about that? Let me take a sip of water.
We've been detected and need to move out. Our transport ship is waiting at the pickup
Thornton.
location. Ensure this carrier arrives successfully.
Greedo, I'm moving, or I'm deploying for the first time to Djibouti. Is that a new word? Mobbing? Djibouti in October. Any advice to Perfortis? Djibouti. I've never deployed on land. I've deployed to sea. So I'm not too sure, man. I'm very curious. You know, I kind of wish I would have experienced a land deployment, I wish I would have experienced a land deployment along with a sea deployment, just to be like stationed in Italy or something like that. But dude, just like make it your home. I can't imagine. That'd be so much fun to just live there. What's your? I'm assuming it's 2 years, or is it like a full station, or are you just deploying for like 6 to 9 months or something like that? You know, the biggest advice that I could give anybody deploying, Thornton, is no matter if it's land, sea, whatever, is, you know, just don't dwell on where you could be. Just kind of accept that this is where you are for the next whatever. Because I know a lot of guys that kind of just dwelled on home and just thought about home a lot. And, you know, some of it was justified. Some of them were having babies when we were out to sea. But, you know, sometimes some people got a little bummed out. But, yeah, just focus on where you're at. As Yoda would say, right? Always looking, what does he say? Always looking at the horizon, never his mind on where he was, what he was doing. Oh, 9 months individual augmentee. Ah. Okay. Shit, man, that's going to be fun.
The Force will be with you.
I think.
9 months individual augmentee intel spec.
Thornton Wager, thank you so much, man. Oh, one sec. Adrian Avalar, apologies if you've already talked about it, but I'm curious about your thoughts of Billy D coming back for 9. I haven't really talked about it that much, surprisingly. You know, I'm a little wary about even reporting on it or making videos of. Oh, one sec.
Hard to believe I've sent you over $200. Love ya, man.
Psychotic, thank you so much for the super chat and the channel support, man. Give me one sec. Give me one sec. Yeah, I've been kind of wary about even reporting on it or making videos about, you know, Billy D coming in on episode 9, mainly because, you know, as many news organizations report on it, as reputable as the source website might be, and as much as that source website trusts their sources, I have been doing this shit on YouTube, Star Wars YouTube stuff for 7 years, and I've seen a lot of rumors and a lot of reports and a lot of things like that come and go over and over again in the past 7 years. So until I see something official, until I see Billy D. Williams say, yes, in fact, I am in episode 9, or, you know what I mean, I'm not going to be, like, making a video about it or anything. But, you know, obviously, if it's true, that's awesome. I would be very surprised if it wasn't true. You know, we'll have Billy D. Williams back to kind of round out the original cast. We'll have the original, I mean, you know, the big cast members back for the new trilogy. Oh, shit. But yeah. I'm a little hesitant, Adrian, overall, just on reporting on it, because, like I said, I've just been doing this shit for too long. I've seen a lot of... Remember when Benedict Cumberbatch was confirmed to be in The Force Awakens? I remember that. But Adrian, I appreciate the channel support, man. And, yeah, as soon as that becomes like an official statement, or we know for a fact it's happening, I'll be jumping for joy. Until then, I'll be kind of reserved, a little reserved in my yippee skippies, you know. But you know, I've said this since day one of even new Star Wars movies being announced, is that I do not want. I've never wanted the newer movies to kind of feel like they need to have the original cast in there, because I don't know. I want it to be its own story, right? And I don't want it to feel like cheap cameos, is what I've always said. You know, I want their appearance to make sense. I don't want it to just be there because, hey, we know this character. You know what I mean? But yeah. And Thornton Wager, 9 months in individual augmentee Intel spec. Nice. Enjoy it, man. First deployment, I'm assuming. If you're asking for advice. But yeah, put a bunch of movies on a hard drive. That's what I would recommend. And get a gaming laptop with... You know what? I take that back, man. I got a gaming laptop right before I went on deployment. I filled my gaming laptop up with games. I made sure my Steam offline mode worked fine, and I had all my games downloaded that I wanted to play. I even brought discs with me to play. And you know what I did? I never once played a game on deployment. I never once did. I watched a couple movies on my laptop, that's it. But, like, I never once fired up my laptop for the sole reason of playing a game. It's kind of crazy. I went through all the effort to put so many games on my laptop, never once did. I think it was just because, you know, I enjoyed hanging out with the guys, and, like, we would just shoot the shit and smoke cigars on the flight deck at night. And it was just more fun to just hang out than, I don't know, than play Diablo 3 or Diablo 2 for the 20th time, you know what I mean? But yeah, enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. I really do miss it. Psychotic, hard to believe. I've sent you over $200. Love you, man. Well, I appreciate the channel support, man. That's over. Yeah, I really do. I really appreciate it. I'm a one-man show. I wish I could give back more.
I'm playing WoW and working out. Got all the new Star Wars on my laptop.
Nice.
ISIS is there, so I don't think I can leave the base.
Oh. Well, I guess, yeah. I guess Star Wars will have to keep you company. Just imagine you're on Tatooine. I guess, right? Yeah, Tatooine. 1 sec, Thornton. But Psychotic, I really appreciate it, man. Like I said, I'm a one-man show. I've always wished I could be more attentive on Patreon and with sponsors and all that stuff, but that's kind of been. I've often I've had big ambitions to like send everybody that becomes a patron posters or like little 4x6 photos, and I did that like for the first couple months of my Patreon. I would send every single person a 4x6 photo, and it just became like I did not have time to make videos, and it was just like, oh, I need to go to the post office. Somebody became patron today, and it was just like. I was like, oh my god, and I just couldn't keep up with it because, like, people would not become, or they would cancel their patronage, and then the next month they would re-up, and then I would send them another one, and they would say you had already sent me one. I just couldn't keep up with it. But yeah, Psychotic, long story short, I appreciate the hell out of it. Wish I could give back, but this one-man show operates kind of chaotically. But I appreciate it, man. And I'm playing WoW and working out. Got all the new Star Wars on my laptop. ISIS is there, so I don't think I can leave base. Yeah, what are some... You know, Thornton, I'm trying to think. What I listen to... I put a lot of... What am I doing? I'm just running around with my head cut off here. I listen to a lot of kind of ambient... I don't even know what the genre would be. Look up a band called Hammock, and I listen to that band, Hammock, like every night going to sleep. It's just kind of like ambient, a little, I don't know, relaxing music after a long day, and you just put on some Hammock in your earbuds, and you just lay in your rack. But yeah, be safe, man. Be safe. Let me see. Let me scroll down. When are you going? October. Okay. Well, shit, man. Enjoy it. I know you talked about it during your video, but I don't think Disney will re-release the theatrical cut of Star Wars. The special editions have become like the main versions of Star Wars. Yeah, I find it hard to believe that they would never release them, you know, unless Zach, that somewhere they're contractually obligated in like the Lucasfilm acquisition contract or whatever to never release the theatrical cuts. I could see that happening, but if that is not the case, I just find it hard to believe that until I'm dead, there will never be another official release of the theatrical cut of Star Wars. I can't imagine if I'm lucky, cross my fingers, being 90 years old and on my deathbed, and there not be the original cut of Star Wars out there in HD or whatever billion K resolution they have when I'm 90. But post-rock, there you go, Joseph. There you go. I've been listening to a lot of what the kids are calling synthwave. That's what I've been super into lately, Joseph. Synthwave. Oh my god, I just like I have a folder in my bookmarks just full of YouTube compilations and mixes, and that's all I listen to, man, when I'm writing videos, is that kind of stuff. Or like Pulse 8, Pulse 8. It's a YouTube channel that always has a lot of mixes, but yeah. If you could have a 5-part comic series based around any character... Oh, one sec.
Do you watch Harmida Specialized?
Thornton, thank you so much, man. One sec. Anarchist Entertainment, if you could have a 5-part comic series. You know, I'm excited to... Well, I'll talk about it in 1 second. If you could have a 5-part comic series based around any character or event in the Star Wars canon, what character / event would you choose? Golly, truthfully, yeah, I would love a Kylo Ren comic. A Kylo Ren comic that was kind of about him at Luke's training camp. I think that would be a really fascinating comic series. And is that might have already been explored in some canon book that's out right now, but if it is, I'm not you know, I'm not familiar with it. I'm just now getting into reading some of the canon novels. Oh, one sec.
Just keep doing what you're doing. I'll never be able to pay you back for what you've done for me.
Well, shit, man, I appreciate that. One sec. But, yeah, Anarchist, I would say Kylo. I think Kylo is kind of... out of the character that I'm most curious about, maybe, his past, kind of what led him down this road. The kind of the betrayal of his father, in a way. Han wasn't the best dad. And then the betrayal of the father figure, his teacher, Luke Skywalker. Yeah, I don't know. And then Snoke, I think Snoke would be an interesting read too. But yeah, I'm sure they're probably still working on the canon of those two characters, right? The past of those two characters. But I'm excited for whenever they do come out with eventually they're gonna come out with it, right? For sure. But yeah. And Thornton, do you watch Army Despecialized? Thornton. Yes, I have the Despecialized New Hope, and I have the didn't they just come out with the Empire Strikes Back Despecialized? And, oh no, they have all of them now, right? Let me look. Let me look right here. Yeah, they have them all of them. Yep, I have all of them. I didn't realize that.
Will be with you.
I've always wanted to burn them on a Blu-ray disc.
Let's like yours. Installing them now.
Nice, badass. M98. Oh, thank you, man. Give me one sec. Yes. So yeah, I have the Harmony's Despecialized editions, but. But whenever I choose to watch Star Wars, for whatever reason I always go with the official releases. And I know they have the stuff in them that I don't like, but there's just something about an official release, right? And I appreciate the shit out of all the remasters, the fan remakes, the fan edits rather, like Harmy's. But there's just something about that official release that I would rather pop it into my Blu-ray player and watch that rather than anything else. Not saying I don't watch Harmy's. A lot of the times it's almost easier to just turn on Harmy's. but yeah. Vader's No ruins the movie. There you go. Just keep doing what you're doing. I'll never be able to pay you back for what you've done for me. Well, Psychotic, yeah, keep doing what you're doing right back at you, man. I know you said you were having some issues or a little bit of trouble recently. Oh shit, I'm about to die, right?
Vader's No ruins the movie.
But yeah, trust me, you'll be good. Everybody goes through rough patches, right? Chin up, cheer up, keep kicking ass, keep drawing. Might as well. I don't know. Did anybody respond to your Greedo will have released the original cut on his tombstone. I don't know about that, man. I think I've mellowed out enough to not want that on my tombstone. Thanks, Axilus. Yeah, that's not gonna be on my tombstone. I can assure you that. Moth Meta got LEDs like yours, installing them now, dude. They are like my favorite thing I've ever done to my office. They I don't know, they just brighten up the room. They make it. It's almost like they improve my productivity. I don't know how to describe it. Nobody did reply. Dude, Psychotic, you should make little YouTube videos, you know? Telling people about the comic. Or maybe start a blog. You can have a free WordPress blog and just toss your stuff up there and write down your ideas. You know? Take it easy, man. But yeah, you should make a little blog. Do that.
Yo, how often do you watch Star Wars movies?
Jared Pearson, thank you so much for the super chat and the channel support, man. Give me one sec. Moth Meta. Yeah, the LEDs. I'm glad you got them. Did you get the battery ones or the plug-in ones? I have both. I find the battery ones piss me off because the batteries do not last very long. I actually have rechargeable batteries now, but I have to recharge them constantly. Like, one full day of the LEDs being on will burn the batteries out. And it's 3 AAAs, or 3 AAs rather. And it's they're not cheap, but I got rechargeables now, pretty much for my Steam controller. But yeah, I like my plug-in ones way better, just because they're just so much easier. I don't know. But yeah, man, it's like they improve my productivity for sure. I come into my office and I kind of have this thing now where my office needs to be clean and clutter-free and good lighting, and I just once you have your kind of surroundings the way you want them, I find that I just type a mile a minute and I just feel better working on the things that I want to work on. It's a really hard thing to explain, but when I'm happy with my workplace, my workspace, I can kind of work better. It's a really strange kind of phenomenon, I guess, but yeah.
Overrun the carrier. Complete the
shit.
mission.
Come on, Wookie. Gotcha.
Allow the rebels to continue.
And M98, thank you so much for the silent support, man. I greatly appreciate that. Vader's No ruins the movie. Yeah, it's such a weird, like, those. I've talked about it, you know, non-stop on my Changes series, but changes like that are so baffling to me. It just they don't make sense to me. Like, they're. And then people will say, well, he could do whatever he wants. Well, yeah, of course. That doesn't negate the why aspect of it, right? Does anybody, like, not question, well, why? Why? The no is goofy. The no sounds goofy. Without the no, it's just like Vader is silently and methodically picking up the Empire and saving his son. He doesn't, like, scream, no! It's just goofy to me. There's like silent contemplation behind the mask, right? Silent contemplation as he looks back and forth between his son and the Emperor. The Emperor slowly killing his son. The good is coming out of him. It's that silent contemplation, and it's so powerful. And then, no, no. Jared, how often do you watch Star Wars movies? Jared Pearson. Not as often as most people probably think. No, I'll probably watch once a year, I would say.
As much as I love George, I do believe he did some things to spite us.
Spite us. Oh, one sec. Damn. Yeah, Jared. Not as often as most people probably think. You know, once a year I'll probably watch the original trilogy. The prequel trilogy, or the prequel movies, I'll occasionally watch. I'll occasionally watch if they're on TV. I honestly cannot remember the last time that I put a prequel DVD, Blu-ray, or well, I can remember when I put the VHS in. When I did my Phantom Menace horror story video. But yeah, I cannot remember the last time I put a prequel movie in a player and watched it. Yeah, maybe once a year I'll watch the original trilogy sporadically, not in order, but just kind of here and there. And then the new movies I find myself watching more than the original trilogy, just because, you know, they're new and I don't know, they're exciting to me, and it's just new and fresh. And you know, I watched The Last Jedi a couple weeks ago, and actually I watched The Force Awakens and just had my daughter was crying like crazy. She was in like a 3-hour fit, like a colic fit, they call it, I guess. And I put on The Force Awakens, and kind of like held her, and then she turned her head and started watching The Force Awakens. So I guess you could consider that her first Star Wars movie. And I did the same thing with The Last Jedi when she was in a fit. Plus, dude, like just with Amazon the ease of access watching movies on Amazon and stuff like that. Once you like own the physical copy, you know, you get the Amazon copy for free. Sometimes, I guess. And it is just so easy to fire up your Amazon thing on your TV and, oh, look, The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi. It's just too easy. Well, yeah. And Thornton, as much as I love George, I do believe he did some things to spite us. Yeah, I don't, just some of the changes. I don't know, is it spite? The best explanation I've ever heard, Thornton, for why these changes were made was for distribution rights. For distribution rights. And as those words come out of my mouth, I'm realizing that I can't really explain it. I watched somebody's explanation about that, like how he could sell the movies to TV stations or whatnot as different versions than the versions that they already had, and get new. I don't know how to describe it. I probably shouldn't speak about it until I see what I saw again. I can't remember where I saw that. I have to look into it. But yeah, it's weird, man. Super weird. If you could choose a single moment that would embody all of Star Wars, which moment would you choose? Anarchist Entertainment. My favorite scene in any Star Wars movie, man. I actually made a video about it. I think if you just Google HelloGreedo favorite scene in Star Wars, I don't know, but I'm sure it would pop up. But Luke staring out at the twin suns. I think out of all scenes in Star Wars, that is the scene that probably just kind of embodies the spirit of Star Wars, you know? It's by far my favorite scene. It's, you know, this young kid doesn't know what the hell he wants to do with his life. It's very relatable, right? We could all relate to it. He walks out on the mound of sand and stares out at the twin suns, trying to figure out what the hell he wants to do with his life. The twin sons are the two paths. Is he going to stay home and tend to his uncle's farm, or is he going to go out and do what he wants to do?
I watched TLJ
you know?
with my dad today, and he loved it.
Nice, Jared. 1 sec, man. But yeah, that scene is my all-time favorite Star Wars scene. It sets off the entire saga perfectly.
Getting the contents of this payload
Choosing to kind of,
arrives.
you know, being the tug of war of what you want to do, you know, of safety. You know, is he gonna stay home, help his uncle out, the safety of home, just hang out in this small town with the same old friends over and over again for the rest of his life? Same that small town, old town mentality. You know, the locals that never leave their hometown, or is he gonna stare out at the sunset and yeah, and pursue his dreams? Or I don't know. We all have those moments, right? But yeah. And Jared Pearson, I watched TLJ with my dad today, and he loved it. That's awesome. That's good to hear. You know, it's everybody that I've talked to in real life, and the vast majority of people that I've talked to on the internet. You guys, the vast majority on Twitter, on YouTube, everywhere, liked The Last Jedi. The vast majority. It's just the occasional. It's kind of funny. You know, I'll get 100. Yeah, I like The Last Jedi. Yeah, it was fun. It was okay, but you know, I respect that everybody liked it. And, you know, just overall positivity. And then I'll get 100 of those messages, and then one like, The Last Jedi sucked. Fuck off. You piece of shit, dipshit. Fuck off. The Last Jedi sucked. Ruin Johnson, Disney. And you just focus on that 1 out of 100. And then I just sit back and I'm like, why am I crying? Why does this bother me? Why does this bother me? Why? Why? But, oh, Cole Schreiber. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. Give me 1 sec. But I'm glad your dad enjoyed it. I'm glad your dad enjoyed it. I went to the movie. I went to see it with my dad, too, at Sunray Cinema.
Help guide the hauler on its way.
And yeah, he liked it. And I went to see it with my buddy's dad as well, with my friend. I didn't just go to the movie to see a Star Wars movie with my friend's dad. That would have been fucking weird. And they both really enjoyed it too. They were like, yeah, this reminds me of the old ones, because, you know, they remember the old ones, the original ones. They don't really remember going to see the prequels with us kids. I remember going to see the originals
The
in the
Force
theater.
will be with you. Always.
Fun things still have the VHS tapes of Star Wars.
Nice, M98. Thank you so much. Shit, I need to be a little more quiet. Cole Schreiber, thank you so much for the super chat and the channel support. I greatly appreciate it. Starfucker. Oh, one sec. I actually still have the notification up on my phone. I have not swiped it off. I googled Starfucker when I was about to hop in the shower the other day after a stream, and songs came up. Let me see. Songs came up on YouTube, and I could not remember which one you wanted me to look, and none of them ring a bell. Tape Machine, that's okay. Starfucker Tape Machine, okay. Tape Machine official music video. Oh, I see the thumbnail for it. Is that Monument Valley? I'm not. I was about to click it and play it on a stream, but I'm gonna refrain from that because I know the stream would get taken down for copyright. But let me open it up in a new window and then immediately stop it. Okay. All right. Now, okay. Now I know the name of the video. Okay. Yeah, I apologize for not watching that. I actually, yeah, like I said the other day, I think it was Monday. You told me about it, right? And I hopped in the shower Monday night and I looked up Starfucker on YouTube, and I could not remember which song it was that you mentioned, but yeah, Castle Valley. Where is that? Castle Valley. Sorry, guys. Utah. Oh, it's a town in Utah. Castle Valley is a town in Grand County, Utah. Let's see where that is. Castle Valley is close to. Oh, it's close to Moab. Okay, and Arches, and Canyonlands. That's badass. Okay, nice. I was right around there. I was really close to. I might have actually driven through it actually on 128 highway.
The Force will be with you. Always.
Hey HG, next TCW Vita's next arc is the Ashoka one.
Movie Critic Dude, thank you so much, man. Give me one sec. But yeah, Cole, I apologize. I will listen to it. Shit. My headset cut off? Can you guys hear me? Okay. I will listen to it as soon as the stream's over. Damn it, why does my headset keep cutting off now?
The Force will be with you.
You guys can still hear me because I'm talking
I'm
through
conflicted between the
through
scene
my other
of Luke and
microphone.
Yoda or Luke versus Kylo as my favorite scene in
My wireless
TLJ.
headset thingy sometimes is a little wonky, and there we go. But yeah, I'll check it out after the stream, I promise. Now that I know the song, I have it pulled up right now, and I'm just gonna click play and listen to it. I'm gonna actually put it on my TV now that I see the old desert there. Fun thing, still have the VHS tapes of Star Wars, as do I. I have the unaltered versions with Leonard Maltin. Anybody remember the Leonard Maltin VHS interviews? Leonard Maltin would interview Lucas for like 10 minutes before the movie started for all three movies. And then I also have, I was working for a company like 7 years ago, right when I got out of the Navy, that kind of went in and just like gutted houses, old ass houses that people abandoned, and I found a Star Wars box set just in one of these houses that was just abandoned. And after walking around getting bit by a billion fleas, because oh dude, the way people leave these abandoned houses is insane. But I found a Star Wars box set. Wow. But yeah, dude, I haven't
The
put
Force
those
will be with you.
VHS tapes
Always.
in the player.
I'd rather watch a
ages.
Rose
I'm
Tico
scared to.
Kanto bite adventure movie than another movie with the Rogue. One character's XD.
Thornton Wager, thank you so much for the super chat and the channel support, man. Give me one sec. Movie critic dude, hey HG, next TCW vid, next arc is the Ahsoka one. Okay, is that what it's called? It's just called Ahsoka? Let me see. Clone Wars list. You know, give me one sec. How much time do I have? I might just cancel this game. Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out with you guys for the next 9 minutes. How about that? I haven't been paying attention to the game since since like a couple super chats ago, pulling me away. Let's see. Battle of Umbara, Ahsoka. Oh, Ahsoka and the Younglings. Okay, yeah. So the next arc is Ahsoka and the Younglings. Movie critic dude. And the first episode is Padawan Lost, followed by Wookiee Hunt, and then The Gathering, A Test of Strength, Bound for Rescue, A Necessary Bond. 6 episodes in that arc. And then the next arc is the Battle of Mon Cala, and then the Battle of Umbara. So, yeah, it'd be cool. I planned on making a Clone Wars video today, or at least writing one. I didn't have time to. I'm hoping to do that tomorrow. I'm hoping to write a Clone Wars video tomorrow and also get the next issue out. The next video for the next Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith comic, issue 2 review out tomorrow. But yeah. HelloGreedo, you should check out your DM on Tweetsville if you ever get a chance. Yeah, I have a stack. I apologize, Garrett. I apologize to everybody that's DM'd me on Twitter. DM'd me anywhere. I've never checked my Instagram. I've had people get super pissed at me, man, saying you never responded to my Instagram DM. Dude, I've never even checked Instagram DMs until about like 6 months ago. I didn't even know you could get Instagram DMs. But no, Garrett, yeah. I'll check it out for sure. I'll check it out. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow when the little daughter falls asleep for a 30-minute nap, I'll hop on Twitter and knock out some DM action there. But do me a favor, Garrett, and just send me a little, just like a comma or a period or an exclamation mark, so you get bumped up to the top there. And then, so yeah, you know what I mean. But we'll do. Avenging Archangel, I'm conflicted between the scene of Luke and Yoda or Luke versus Kylo as my favorite scene in TLJ. Both moments were so amazing and heartfelt. Yeah, they're both great for different reasons, right? It's kind of interesting, man. One of the biggest complaints I've heard about The Last Jedi was, and Yoda in particular, was that he was too silly. I don't know if the people complaining have only seen TLJ once. That was my initial thought too when I first saw the movie, that he was too silly, too comical. He really only giggles like for 2 seconds, and then he's very stoic and like calm, cool, and collected, retrospective, and a giver of wisdom. After a second viewing, I was like, oh, wait, he wasn't silly. He wasn't too silly at all. It's just kind of strange. It's kind of interesting how after a second viewing, a lot of these things that you thought were big issues kind of mellow out, and you go, oh, it wasn't as bad as I thought. He wasn't as silly as I thought he was. Yeah, sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes like I'll go in to see a Star Wars movie, my brain sees a scene, or I watch a scene, and my brain, like, I guess my brain sees it a different way. I don't know. And then the second time, all my jitters and my nerves, I guess, have kind of been expunged, and I can just sit back and enjoy it and take it in for what it is. You know what I mean? I don't know. But out of those two Avenging, I think Luke versus Kylo is my favorite scene in TLJ. Well, you know, my favorite moments are probably, my favorite moments are probably Kylo and Rey. I love their interactions. I I absolutely love their connection. I think it's the Last Jedi was very interesting in the way it kind of not gave us new Force powers. I just don't like the concept of the Force being a superpower, but kind of feeding us just new neat things that the Force I don't know, can connect two people, two living things. I don't know. It's interesting. But yeah, Kylo and Luke, probably my favorite scene in The Last Jedi. And I think it'll go down as one of the best, more interesting scenes in the entire saga. It's a twist. It's beautiful. Luke Skywalker. You know, I'm so sick of people like wanting fucking Star Wars to be just a goddamn sword fight with Hulk and Thor and He-Man. I can't, like, I watched that Luke Skywalker and Kylo Ren moment on Crate, and even after my first viewing, I was like, that was beautiful. And sitting back now as a Star Wars fan and as somebody who just likes, you know, I love every aspect of it. I love the mythology behind it. I love the mystery of the Force. I love it all. I sit back as a Star Wars fan and I watch that scene and I go, how the fuck can somebody who likes The Empire Strikes Back, who likes Star Wars as a whole, not like that scene? It baffles me. It baffles me. I don't understand it. I mean, I get it, to each their own, but it just, from my Star Wars perspective, the reason I've always loved Star Wars, I think that is one of the most beautiful. I think it's one of the most beautiful scenes and moments in all of Star Wars, and yeah, I mean, it's great. I do not understand how people can't like it, or I understand how people can't like it. I don't understand the hate towards it. I just don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. Some people just want Darth Vader to have a big red lightsaber and swing it for an hour and a half.
Love your channel, right? HG. What would you say is the most underrated Star Wars film? Hope the money goes to good use. Say hi to your baby girl for me.
Will do, Theed P. Thank you so much for the super chat and the channel support. I greatly appreciate that. Give me one sec. Thornton says, I'd rather watch a Rose Tico Canto Bite adventure movie than another movie with the Rogue One characters. Let me take a sip of water real quick. Yeah, well, maybe the next Rogue One movie the characters will be a little more lively. I think that's the biggest problem, right? I appreciate what they did with Rogue One, taking a chance and doing something a little different. It's a little different. It's not. I don't think it's as different as people kind of make it out to be. But yeah, the characters, man, it just kind of fell flat for me. That's the biggest reason with Rogue One that it's kind of like on my close to my last favorite Star Wars movie. In fact, it's second to last least favorite Star Wars movie on my list. It didn't really do much for me. And everybody says, oh, but the ending. Yeah, of course. The ending to a lot of movies are great, but sometimes, but I didn't really enjoy the journey. So, at least Rose had a personality. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm curious how they're going to use Rose in the next movie. Didn't they make a Rose comic? Or no. What's it called? Something Squadron? Cobalt Squadron? Is that what it's called? Cobalt Squadron, I think. I think so. I'm gonna have to read that. I'm reading Thrawn right now. Usually I'm just like reading maybe like a chapter a night. And I'm like 40% through with it right now. I'm reading it on the Kindle, so it shows you the percentage. Rose Squadron. What's up, Jared? And I'm loving Thrawn. It feels like an episode of The Next Generation, Star Trek: The Next Generation. So, bingo right there. I'm loving it, but it's really interesting so far. Really interesting. Thrawn is a cool character. Yeah. But Thornton, I appreciate the channel support, man. And Theed P, right before I hop off, love your channel, HG. What would you say is the most underrated Star Wars film? Hope the money goes to good use. Say hi to your baby girl for me. Well, first of all, I appreciate it. I will tell you that that is going to go... We have 4 diapers left. We have 4 diapers left, and the size my daughter is right now. I thought we had an entirely brand new box in the closet. We do, but it is the wrong size. I bought a size 2 box of diapers. She is a size 1. So I'm going to the grocery store tomorrow to feed, and your money will go to buy my daughter some baby pants to shit in. How about that? But Theda, I appreciate it. What is the most underrated Star Wars film? For me, and this is just me, and it kind of goes to my favorite Star Wars movies list, right? Have you considered cloth diapers? You know, I originally did. I did. Before my daughter was born, I was like, you know what? I'd like to try cloth diapers, yeah. And then my daughter came, and she was born, and I started changing diapers, and I was like, holy shit, we would need like 75 cloth diapers like in the closet ready to go. That kid shits so much. So yeah, I originally thought about it, but man, like, I don't have time to wash as many cloth diapers as she shits. But Theed, I'm gonna say the Phantom Menace. To me, the Phantom Menace is like, out of the prequel movies, it's the one that feels the most Star Wars to me, which is kind of a weird thing to say, but it is. It's the one that feels the most Star Wars to me. It's a smaller and more focused story, which I've always appreciated in movies as a whole, and in Star Wars. And yeah, I think out of all 3 of the prequel movies, the Phantom Menace, I don't know. See, I don't know how to explain that. Feels the most Star Wars to me. I don't know. But I have a soft spot in my heart for the Phantom Menace. So my favorite, here's my list of favorite Star Wars movies from favorite to least favorite. A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. Obviously, easy. And then it gets a little more complicated for the next 2 selections, either The Force Awakens or The Last Jedi. And that changes. That constantly changes. At the moment, I think I'm going to go with The Force Awakens. And then The Last Jedi, but that might change tomorrow. And then after that comes The Phantom Menace, and then Revenge of the Sith, and then I think Solo, and then Rogue One, and then Attack of the Clones. So yeah, The Phantom Menace, call it nostalgia, call it being 13 years old when that movie came out and just enjoying it for what it was, call it, I don't know, being completely biased. But I'm going to say The Phantom Menace, yeah. Phantom Menace. But, all right, guys. I got to get going. I don't hear my daughter, so I'm assuming my wife has rocked her to sleep. It's 8:43, and yeah, she's probably asleep. That's my guess. Hopefully she's not awake because of me, because I'm talking too loud. Yeah. But all right, guys, let me run down the list. Theed P, thank you so much for the super chat, channel support, and the diaper money. Thornton Wager, thank you for the super chat and the channel support. Avenging Archangel, thank you for the super chat and the channel support. Movie Critic Dude, thank you for the super chat and the channel support. M98, thank you for the super chat and the channel support. Cole Schreiber, thank you for the super chat and the channel support. And I am about to click play on Starfucker. Jared Pearson, thank you for the super chat and the channel support. Moth Meta, thank you for the super chat and the channel support. Psychotic, thank you for the super chat and the channel support. Adrian Avalar, thank you for the super chat and the channel support. Nick the Geek, thank you for becoming the latest fleet member. Avenging Archangel, thank you for the super chat and the channel support. Fingerino, thank you for the super chat and the channel support. And that seals it up for today. Cool, guys. All right. Yeah. So, what's planning for tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm gonna be uploading issue 2 of the issue 2 review in the Darth Vader Dark Lord of the Sith comic series. I read it today, loved it. Dude, I'm so excited I got back into comics. Yeah, it's a weird feeling when you get back into something like that you used to love, right? Just like, man, why did I ever stop reading these? These are fun. Never mind. Well, and then I'll also try to watch an episode of the Clone Wars tomorrow and write a little review. But yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Next time I stream is probably going to be Friday night. If it's not Friday night, I'm hoping to do it on Saturday, but plan on Friday. And I might not play any games Friday night. I might just have a hangout. I don't know. That's kind of the video that I shot in my car today is gonna be a part of that. Just kind of like a lounge, a hangout lounge, and we can just shoot the shit, no games, listen to music, and chit chat. But all right, guys, enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll catch you all on the flip side. See ya.